Solange is diabolical.
Jay-Z complimented her about the gown, and Beyonce's sister felt that it was not proper. So it was a kind of a drama.
The reason she put her hands on Jay-Z the night of their elevator scuffle has been revealed. We were not too far off.
To the red carpet so she couldn't take pictures. And then the scandal breaks out. It was like, and it was something like so silly.
Y'all remember that legendary elevator moment, Solange going WWE SmackDown on Jay-Z while Beyonce just stood there like a calm queen in the corner? Yeah, that one. Well, guess what? That 2014 mystery has decided to rise from the dead because somebody has now popped up claiming they know the real reason Solange swung on her brother-in-law. And Chile, the tea is both silly and wild at the same time. People are confused, like, why now after a whole decade? But hey, we're not complaining because a little pop culture mystery being solved out of nowhere. We live for that, and we're breaking it all down. The who, the what, the why, and everything in between. So sit tight, because this old drama just got very fresh again. So more than 10 years later, yup, a whole decade after that elevator turned into a UFC octagon, we're finally getting a new angle on what really went down that night. The big revelation is coming from fashion designer Oscar G. Lopez, who just spilled a little tea that has the internet raising eyebrows all over again. Oscar is the guy who designed Rachel Roy's Met Gala dress that year, and he claims the whole drama started with a simple compliment. According to him, Jay-Z told Rachel Roy he liked her dress, and that did not sit right with Solange. He told Daily Mail, Jay saying something nice about Rachel's dress was seen as not proper, and that's when the tension popped off. And honestly, considering all the rumors around Jay-Z and Rachel Roy back then, yeah, Solange probably wasn't letting any slick energy slide. We all remember that surveillance video. Solange swinging, kicking, going full big sister mode, while Beyonce stood calm, like she'd filed this under family business hours ago. That clip went viral instantly and became one of the most unforgettable pop culture moments ever. The convo inside the elevator must have been so juicy. We are 11 years in, and I still want to know what was said so badly. Reports at the time said Solange was a little drunk and had already argued with Rachel Roy earlier that night, so that elevator was just the grand finale. And apparently, that chaotic night wasn't just a turning point for the Knowles-Carter family. It was also a huge moment for Rachel Roy. At the time, she was already riding a high after winning Project Runway, Under the Gun, and her designer, Lopez, said he had to pull together her gown super last minute, like stress level 100. And to make things even more dramatic, Rachel showed up late, almost missing her walk on the red carpet entirely.
Funny because she was late to the red carpet so she couldn't take pictures, and then the scandal breaks out.
But then, boom, elevator chaos, cameras everywhere, Beyonce, Solange, Jay-Z, the whole world watching. And in the middle of that messy viral moment, Rachel's dress. Lopez even pointed out how wild it was that despite how everything went down, the dress blew up online. Everybody was talking about it, dissecting the photos, the video, the drama, and Rachel's look got dragged into the spotlight right along with them.
And she loved it, and that was the way that we did the process.
There was some news that came out that year. Do you remember what happened?
Yeah, I remember the news about the scandal of the elevator.
He even described Rachel as a sweetheart, pushing back on those long-running rumors that she was Jay's alleged other woman.
When Rachel Rowe reached out to me, it was so nice. She is a sweetheart. She wants to wear something black with lace.
So, about all those rumors that Jay-Z was allegedly creeping around with designer Rachel Roy, yeah, one person who was actually in the mix back then says the whole thing was basically nonsense. He reminded everyone that Rachel Roy was literally married to Damon Dash, Jay-Z's former business partner, and she even worked at Rocawear back in the day. She started as an intern and ended up as the creative director for the women's and kids line. So honestly, people thinking Jay would risk all of that, he called it silly.
And it was something like so silly, because people say that, remember that Rachel Roy was married to Diamond, that they used to work together with Jay-Z. And I think that Jay-Z complimented her about the gown, and Beyonce's sister felt that it was not proper. So it was a kind of a drama there, and the dress was all over the news.
But let's be real, Jay-Z and Beyonce kinda added gasoline to the fire themselves. They both hinted at his cheating for years through their music, which is why fans were connecting the dots and pointing fingers. And when Beyonce dropped that line in Sorry, Becky with the good hair, whew, the internet was like, find Becky ASAP.
Better call Becky with the good hair.
Then Rachel Roy posted on Instagram like, "Good hair don't care. Girl, the timing." The Bayhive did not take that as a coincidence. She later claimed everything was just one big misunderstanding. But yeah, damage done. Jay-Z himself later confirmed he cheated in Family Feud, basically telling Becky to leave him alone because he was trying not to mess up again.
Let me alone, Becky.
And over the years, Jay-Z has tried to smooth things over publicly too. Like in 2017, he told Rap Radar that he and Solange are all love now. She's his sister, period.
And then he does let everyone know that it was simply a disagreement between the two. He says, "We've had one disagreement ever. Before and after, we've been cool. She's like my sister. I'll protect her. That's my sister, not my sister-in-law, my sister."
Just, you know, a sister who might still swing if the vibes are off. He also opened up about his own behavior later in interviews with T Magazine and David Letterman in 2018. He said that he's lucky to have a wife like Beyonce, someone who understands him, knows he's made mistakes, but also knows he's not defined by the worst things he's done. Jay said they really put in the work, therapy, communication, fixing what needed to be fixed, and that their love wasn't just a pretty picture, but something they fought for.
I have a beautiful wife who was understanding and knew that I'm not the worst of what I've done. And like we did the hard work of going to therapy and we love each other, right? So we really put in the work.
And the designer caught up in all this? Lopez, who unintentionally got dragged into the spotlight again, has honestly gotten used to the chaos that comes with celebrity headlines at this point, especially since he became the go-to fashion guy for the Trump family.
What it was like for when Rachel reached out to you and asked you to design a gown for the Met Gala.
Yeah, the drama just keeps following him around like it's his full-time job. So after all the rumors, all the music clues, and years of fans playing detective, the only thing we know for sure is that elevator door really opened Pandora's box, and the internet has never let it go. Check out my previous videos to stay updated on the latest and hottest teas. See y'all later!